leg is Madars to throw first. Game on.
But it is Madars Razma, the Latvian, versus Steve Lennon from Ireland. Paul Nicholson alongside me in the comms box for Game 4 of the night.
You weren't here for the last game, Dan, so you weren't privileged to Kirk's introduction.
60.
When our MC said your referee is Kirk Bevins, he got a huge cheer from the crowd.
Ah,
he's made
must
it.
have a lot of family in then. Actually, probably not. Hey,
96.
Anybody who knows Kirk, probably less likely to cheer him. Would be my assessment. I would say maybe he's paid some people, but I know that won't be true either. Anyway, never mind. This is about the players, not the refs. Now, Steve Lennon, this year has been chucking some serious stuff. He's sort of come back into form this year. That run to the World Cup final with Willie O'Connor kind of came out of the blue from Steve Lennon. Some of the great stuff he was playing, and we see Madars Razma using that treble 19 expertly. 174 scored, but this year Steve Lennon's in the top 20 in the averages list, and he's 44. Another one of those, bit like a sort of Luke Humphreys, throwing a lot of big averages, not winning many games. But that is the Steve Lennon paradox, where the more he averages, the less likely he is to win. Seen him make a Euro Tour final, of course. Probably one of the worst Euro Tours he's ever played in terms of the averages, just kept winning games. I don't understand it.
Well, he's probably the most unlucky shamrock in the world. He gets beaten in the last 2 years in a sudden death leg at the World Championships to Alan Norris and Callan Rids. So, play worse, Steve, and win.
23.
And also, I remember him having
Steve
an incredible game with Michael
84.
Smith at the World Championship as well. They were smashing in 180s back and forth, and he lost that narrowly.
Yeah, he doesn't like Ali Pali. He likes double 12. Oh, that is so classy.
Steve Lennon.
You stay classy,
Steve
Steve Lennon.
Steve to throw first. Game on.
14 darter. Break of throw for the Irishman. 1-0.
He's no nonsense, Steve Lennon. That is for sure. I think you're going to see a contrast in body language in this game. Madars is the kind of player that does show his emotions a little bit, especially when things get a bit negative. But I love this guy. I just think he brings a different element to the game. He's tall, he's rangy, he's got his own style. But more than anything, he's good.
He is good. And something I hadn't actually considered, which you mentioned just before this game started. I believe if you hold your phone up to Madars Razma's shirt, you will check into an establishment on the NHS and test and trace it.
90.
The QR code shirt.
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't noticed that before, but yeah, it's a fair point. Steve Lennon. When he first burst on the scene in the PDC, he hit loads and loads of 180s. And they've kind of dried up a little bit. He's not one of the biggest 180 hitters on the tour. He always was.
177. Stevie 141.
In all the time he's been on the tour, I'm sure he hasn't changed those darts, you know. I'm sure they're the same ones.
Double 19. Double 12 again. Oh, not this time for Steve Lennon.
Madars, you require
Madars will not be going 19s for this 100. Got to go north. Just too cautious.
60.
And
Steve, you require 24.
Every likelihood he's not going to be returning in leg number 2.
Yeah, if you're going to go for it, go for it. Double 6. Gotta go for it now. And he does, and he gets it. 15 dart hold, and Steve Lennon doubles his lead.
First. Game on.
Imagine if Steve Lennon played against Jason Lowe, how much emotion you'd get in that game.
Yeah.
Next to, actually less than nothing.
I mean, you immediately say that, and I think, I'd like to see that game. That could be good. Particularly the way that Jason Lowe played earlier on. Very unlucky to when I say unlucky, it was just a really good contest.
It was.
100.
Ended up losing with a higher average, I believe, against Scott Waits. And as I say, Steve Lennon, he's playing some good stuff this year. And it's those players who are playing well and not going very deep in tournaments, keep going out, you know, going out with 95s and 97 averages and things like that. They're the ones who I always think, well, if they just keep on plugging away, it's going to turn. They'll get their run. We know they're playing well. And something can happen.
What is it they say? You can't keep playing like that and not getting that big run or win.
Well, exactly. Look, it can go one of two ways, can't it? Either you get so downhearted with playing well and not getting anything that you just end up going out of form, and that's it. And you, even when an opportunity does present itself, you're in no position to take it because your confidence is shot. Or you keep on plugging away. You know you're playing well. And then at some point, your luck changes. The draw opens up. You go on a run. People miss a couple of darts against you somewhere. Or you stop running into people averaging 99 and 103 and 110 against you.
Give you 136.
Not going to get the 136, but would love to lay up here.
60.
Scared the 60 on the underside 3 times. Razma may need this 85 just to give him a bit of extra bounce in his step. That's a lovely dart. Well composed. Fabulous hit. Really well measured there from Madman.
Well, I get Steve to throw first.
Right. Explain this to me, Paul. We've already established that Madars Razma is one of the best treble 19 hitters in the world. Yep. I can't criticise him for going treble 15 for tops there, because he hit treble 15, got 2 darts at tops and pinned it. But why on earth
97.
is he not going treble 19 for double 14?
I got nothing.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't like double 14, and I don't understand why he would dislike it, the way his darts sit in the board straight right.
Yeah.
Straight on the outside, lovely kiss to the left.
He might be a little terrified of double 7 perhaps, but nobody really likes double 7.
I don't think anybody does.
96.
Whoever put it there should be fired. But think about the 1 next to the 20 and the 5 next to the 20. It was an evil concoction.
It was.
140.
Madars loses a flight but picks up 140 points. Steve, you would think, starts on the 18s here and does. Oh, wow.
That's about as much as you'll get out of Steve.
42.
I remember the first time I ever played Steve. He'd just come through Q school and I'd heard a lot about him. And he opened a can of something on me.
60.
And I'll never forget the game because after he won, I remember he took out 321 finishes, 3 different ways. And I walked up to Mick McGowan and said, "Who's that?" He said, "That is the future of Irish darts." And I'll never forget those 2 minutes because since then he's pretty much been with Willie O'Connor, the future of Irish darts. But now we've got Keane Barry coming through, Katie Sheldon and all the others coming through. What a fabulous time it is to be Irish in the darts.
Yeah, there's
84. Stevie require 170.
Keane Barry, we've seen him on the tour. We've seen Steve Lennon go for the ball. Well, not to win this leg. Does leave himself handily placed. Madars Razma.
117.
2057 tops. Is that what will happen here?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, no.
No, you did not want to do that.
51. Stevie require 36.
Well, he's had a double 12 in this game. He's got to go east. Same height. Is that too close? It is not. That's a beautifully thrown dart from Steve Lennon.
His leg is Madars to throw first.
Really well constructed, isn't it? The first one was, if you're going to miss, it's a decent miss. Not the perfect marker, but the one after that used it beautifully and was slightly unlucky not to find its way in. And then the next one used that beautifully. It's just a wonderfully constructed finish.
It takes a really good dart player to use that guide.
59.
Because most amateurs would be frightened of it. They think, oh, it's too close. I don't want to ruin my flight.
Bounce off, I'll come inside.
Yeah, exactly. There's loads of things going through your mind. I tell you what, hit the thing. Let it help you. And that's exactly what Steve Lennon knew.
134
from Madars Razma. Man who was born with a darts nickname, Razmataz.
100.
Yeah. It's a crack out. I mean, I'm not sure how many people back in Latvia know what the word Razmataz means.
58.
We do, though.
We do, and that's all that matters.
I don't know why, I've always called him Madman. He's not mad. He's really nice.
140.
Spent a bit of time with him yesterday in the shuttle bus from the airport to the hotel, and he's terrific company.
Well, I'd say, you know, there are plenty of darts players love a moan. A lot of them.
140.
I've got to travel here and be in a bubble there. Look, speak to the lads from Scandinavia. You know, Madars,
140. Manager requires
yeah,
70.
They spend so much time travelling to get to stuff. It is a difficult task for them. But he's chasing his dream.
50.
He's chasing double top there.
Steve requires
He couldn't pin it.
62.
It means that Steve Lennon should get one dart for the leg. He may get two. What's the route here?
10s, 20, or 12. Open target. And
Yeah,
there's the
for the
difference
fifth
right
leg,
there.
Steve
That
Lennon.
proves what Madars did previously to
Steve to
that.
throw first. Game on.
Is the wrong way when the darts are standing upright. He clatters into the single 20. Steve Lennon, next visit, has the open bed on the same type of shot. And when you have the open bed, you've got way more chance.
59.
He's not only a very good executioner, he's a very good thinker as well. And it's down for plan B, which should be plan A the way he hits them.
71.
Honestly, he's so good at treble 19, and he does this. Sometimes he just decides to start legs on treble 19, and you might throw for the rest of the game on treble 19,
96.
and he uses it like it's the same argument. Look at it. Look, he's not going to miss it, is he? Oh, now he comes up. Just stay down there and throw it that all game, Madars. You'll be absolutely incredible. This is the same argument. You know, in football where they have impact subs. Say, like, Wolverhampton Wanderers have Adama Traore as Steve Lennon.
177.
Whacks in a 177. They say, oh, just keep him on the bench. Don't start him. You can bring him on with 30 minutes to go because he'll have more of an impact. Just start him and he'll terrorise you all game. If Madars Razma used treble 19 for the start of the game, I swear, he would batter more people.
Well, his last two efforts at it weren't brilliant. They were in the 7 segment. And he's now
97.
in a very
Manager
large spot of bother.
148.
Personally, I would have gone 2 treble 19s there to leave double 17.
60. Stevie requires 72.
Well, if this goes, I can't see a way back for Madman. This has been a very difficult match for him to manage. And another open bed.
52.
This time it's a little low.
Manager require 88.
Well, treble 20 for double 14. Does he like double 14? We weren't sure earlier.
Game shot the 6 leg. Madars Razma.
Case rested, where's me
7 legs.
gavel?
Madars to throw
Exactly.
first.
Let's remind him of that when he's got 85 left and he can go treble 19, double
Game on.
14. You may as well just give the leg. It's just a gimme.
And that was a textbook 88 as well.
Yep, superbly done. 14 darter. Breaks the throw and he's right back in this game.
It's not just Madars who
59.
does a lot of this switching as well. There's a lot of guys in the Nordic Baltic group that do that. I know that Darius Labanauskas does it a bit. If you like it, use it. If you want to take the 9 darter out of
57.
play, take it out of play. That's what people do at the Grand Prix. They use the double 16. They know that the 9's not going to happen. Play to your strengths.
Look, you are better off
96.
hitting a treble 19 than hitting a single 20. That's it. 57 is more than 20.
100.
He's going to have to be careful on certain numbers, of course. But if he is going to use treble 19 a bit more, you've got to be really crafty with your mathematics.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. A lot of
139.
players. Look, we've seen it today. Players get the maths wrong. They have wrong strategies. They should be going for a certain part of the board with their first, second, or third
43.
dot. They're not, which means that they cut down options they have to win legs. And sometimes that can cost you a leg. Sometimes that can cost you a match.
We've seen Rob Cross come into World
58.
Darts and utilise the treble 18 segment very much like Dennis Priestley did in 1991 using the board a little differently. There's so many different combinations you can use.
140.
You don't have to stick to treble 20s.
Manager 149.
But a lot of players are doing things by rote, by patterns. They're not really thinking of the maths themselves. They just know, oh, that's got a 4 in the end, I need to go here. Not always the best way of doing it. Treble 20 here. Now treble 19, he's just going to hit this. Of course he is, and it leaves double 60. Oh, it's magnificent! Madars Razma right back in this contest. Just a couple of minutes ago, he had to survive a dart for a 5-1 deficit. But now, Steve Lennon, the pressure is on. 98 average Madars Razma, 96.5 Steve Lennon. Somebody is going to... Oh, no, 99.97. Somebody is going to lose this game despite playing very, very well. But we've said that quite a lot about Steve Lennon in 2020.
Well, Razma found a way against Devon Peterson earlier this year in what was a brilliant, brilliant match. He's going to have to think back to a recent success to try and get through this very, very difficult game, because Lennon is not going to feed him anything. He's just going to plod on and do his thing. He may have to rely on a couple of mistakes from Lennon, but he's got to be proficient on that 57 and bank it as much as he can.
Just play on that. I mean, admittedly, not in the next visit though. On 308.
No. 18's first.
95.
260s needed.
98.
Quickly, I can confirm that Mr. Ashton is in the Grand Slam. 5-0 over Corinne Hammond in that final.
Well, congratulations to Lisa Ashton, tour card holder, 4-time world champion,
60,
and competing at the Grand Slam of darts this year. Women's series to come this weekend, of course. You can watch that here on PDC TV. We've got 2 streams, so just select your channel from tomorrow. We'll have the women's series on one of them. We'll have the European Tour on this one. And only one of these 2 men will go through to face the number 12 seed, Jamie Hughes, a former winner on the European Tour, of course. So Steve Lennon is on 85. Madars Razma is on 162. That is a bogey number. So Lennon has got time here. He may not need time. He may only need 2 darts. He'll have to use a third.
Yeah,
and he does. And he is 1 leg away, Steve Lennon.
First. Game on.
Oh, that was really, really kind, Steve, to give them a little nod. He's such a lovely boy, isn't he? I tell you what, he's not on the dartboard. He's lethal. And I wouldn't want to have a staring contest with him either.
I don't think he has eyelids. I don't think he
cool.
Have them.
He's decidedly uncomplicated. There's some good finishing in there, isn't there? Those 80 range shots are brilliant.
Yeah. 285s, an 84 and 88. That magnificent 149.
99.
And not even that 62 came after Madars had missed a dart at double, so it was one that had to go, and it did.
Real high quality contest.
The quality today has been really good.
Tell you what I admire as well, and Rob Malarkey was bringing this up earlier, the people who played well before lockdown, who are still playing well
89.
after lockdown. That says something to me, that they've been able to rediscover what they were doing 6-7 months ago, and Steve Lennon for me is one of those people.
Yep.
Think about the first game he had in qualifying, 104.5 average against Jesus Nogueira, and took out the dangerous Ryan Meikle to get here, and he's still playing at that level now.
Yeah, well, very impressive this from Steve Lennon. And he's going to give himself a chance here
85.
to win this match, I think. Just needs 1 treble, 2 would be ideal. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely
31.
Just go to the draws, open the top one, and there was the 131. Take it out. Close the draw with the tops if you wish.
59.
Madars Razma's put up a heck of a fight here, and he's played well. But Steve Lennon, for once, is going to get his just reward. So often this year he's played well and lost. Double 10 wins this game.
30.
but he hasn't
Madars
found it.
Razma,
And is there a way
112.
back for Madars Razma?
Now Razma surely has got to go 19s here. 76 leaves 36. 4 19s for double 18. And he doesn't do it.
He doesn't get a dart.
60.
And so it's up at the top
Steve
of the board. He does
Lennon,
like double
10.
top, Steve Lennon.
He does like double 18 as well.
Can he just find double 5 next to tops for a 6-3 victory? Yes, he
Game shot
can.
and the match.